Hello guys, I just want to say I'm not sure this is a sci-fi film or just a fantasy film, sorry, I don't know, let's go. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I just watched Strange World today and I'm watching this on the 24th of November, but you're probably watching me next year in 2023. So this is 2022 at the moment, so 2022 is the year before. Well, or previous actually, of 2023. So yeah, I mainly do these sort of videos before, now I scheduled them, so you got the idea. So I watched Strange World. It's a really good film. I just got a little bit annoyed because we saw this sort of thing before. It's obviously a dad and it's obviously a son kind of movie, son and father sort of movie, and they have to work together for some reason. So the first bit of the film, obviously, the grandfather, spoiler alert, is an explorer and it's called Clade something, and the family is called Clade. So, and the great grandfather was very famous and stuff, and then you watch, and then there's a big statue in somewhere in the city if you watch this film, and yeah, and then the son has a child called, I can't remember, but I will look it up and then I'll do, yeah, whatever. That's his name. So his name is whatever is down here, and obviously you can see it. So he is one of those teenagers that think, oh, it's not fair, my father's not fair, but my grandfather's really, really good and stuff, and he's a legend and whatever. Basically, I didn't care about my grandfather really, because he was old-fashioned. Basically, if I had a grandfather, I really, really looked up to him than my father, because my father's stupid, and he doesn't know what he's doing, so, yeah. So the father is obviously a, gardener, and he grows stuff, and he's married to, I can't remember the woman's name, but she's obviously a wife, and so they got married sometime later, 25 years later. He grew up in his 40s and he married, I think, I can't really remember the movie today, but I mean, like, there was lots of things going on today when I was watching the film. So anyway, yeah, so then a year later after the film, somewhere, whatever, I'll tell you later about that, but I'm like, yeah, so 24 years later, he grows up and he says, yeah, this is a sensible life, not sensible life, it's just a lovely life, I'm really responsible for my gardening, and my wife is good, my son is a teenager, and he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's one of those weird Disney characters who's, but most Disney characters are the same recently, and I do want to say, like, this is coming out of nowhere, obviously, but I'm just saying, all these Disney characters are mainly Pixar characters. They look Pixar-y, they don't look Disney, and then it does make it clear because most Disney films looks like Pixar for some reason, I don't know why, but I mean, like, yeah, that's nothing to do with the movie, I'm just saying, I just got used to that. Maybe we need to get used to that Disney is ripping off the Pixar sort of look. I don't know. But yeah. I got nothing really about the characters in general. They're really, really good characters. There's no bad sort of rubbish, because nowadays we can do whatever we want in Disney films. At least it's not a 1950s Disney film, because otherwise there'll be lots of rude bits and whatever, and controversial bits, and yeah, but I don't know. But to me, Strange World is a good film. I wish it was, because when I was watching the film, it felt like an hour, and basically it was 2 hours to me when I was, because before you watch a film, it tells you how long a film is. So it was basically 2 hours, but it felt like an hour. I didn't get bored or anything. It just went so quickly. Okay, I was not enjoying the film. I was enjoying the film, but I wasn't really enjoying it because I just needed to get used to the fact that every cartoon or every kid's cartoon sort of family film has to be the same. Always a father and son relationship film. Always this sort of film when they have to rescue a big creature and stuff. We saw this whole thing before. So yeah, the turtle, they're living like, basically I finally realised at the end of the film they're just living on a big ginormous table. And it's a table. The turtle. They're living on a turtle. I don't know why they're living on a table. The table is nothing to do with a turtle, Craig. Get used to it. No, I mean, like, yeah, turtle is different to a table, but I got table in my head. I don't know why, but yeah. So they're living on a turtle. How weird is that? I feel like we got the vibe of The Life of Pi. That's also a really good film because they lived on a weird island for water. If you haven't seen The Life of Pi, really check it out. It's a really good film, but this is similar to this, but we're in a strange world where everything purpley and slimy, and then basically they're in the inside of a big ginormous turtle, and they're living on top of the big, this is the world here, and the whole world is covered on a shell of a big tortoise, and they were living, they were exploring some kind of metal-y bits, and they just whatever, and they're basically doing some kind of weird adventure for some reason. I don't know who the bad guy was, and the bad guy turned into a good guy. That was this sort of woman who worked for the sun years ago. I couldn't follow that. Yes, so I don't know. So at the very beginning, we see the son, we see the grandfather, sort of the father, really. But I mean, like, yeah, you've watched this film, you know what I mean. I can't speak today, but you know what I mean if you watch this film. But yeah, so, and then he's like, "Oh, father, I don't want to do what you want to do," and that's the same sort of thing in this movie. And I think the young lad who, the young lad who's the son of the son, and the son of the father, who yeah, I don't really understand anymore. But I mean, like, the son, you know what I mean? The son, isn't the son of the father, but okay, you know what I mean. So he is got like, "Oh, I don't want to be like you. I want to be like Asher." I don't know why he wanted to be, because we didn't get anywhere. Because all he was is moaning like a normal teenager does. But most teenagers, because I used to be a teenager and I didn't moan like him, so I don't know what's going on anymore. But I mean, like, yeah, teenagers in this century is weird. Remember when back in the day we all were fine as a teenager, and now we're gonna be angry now to our father. Like, seriously, I was angry with my father sometimes, but I wasn't like storming off. Well, actually I was, but you know what I mean. So I understand the father's sense of view because it's all dangerous out there, and I keep on saying to my mates, I understand his point of view, but no way. It's like, the son is like, "Oh, I really want to come with you, and I want to be like a clade person." I don't know. So, like, the great clade person who's the grandfather of, I can't remember his name, but you know what I mean. So I can't remember his name. It's either Steve or Ash. I can't remember. But the son, for some reason, put this in mind, guys, of the son of the great adventure man, the grandfather. So he's like a gardener, and he has a son who is mainly one of those teenagers who's spend time with their mates and whatever, and all this rubbish. But I mean, like, I don't know. So I didn't really like him because he was not really the main character. I like the son of the grandfather, if you know what I mean, the gardener. And I like the I like that sort of connection with the great explorer and the gardener. That's a really good connection there. We got something here, and then the teenager comes along saying, "Oh, I want to be an adventure too. I want to be inside a big ginormous slimy inside body of a turtle." I don't know. This film is weird, but when you get used to it, it's not weird, obviously. So yeah, I do like this film. I'm not saying it's the bad film ever. It's basically like Lightyear, but some of it is not like Lightyear. You know what I mean? If you watch the film Lightyear, you know what I mean. Like, the animation's the same, some of the background is the same, and some of the characters have similar sort of thing. And I like the fact that the teenager is getting along with a blue slimy character. And I don't know what if he was a good guy or not. Apparently he wasn't, because he's like, yeah, everything was rushed in this film. I felt like everything was rushed, because I normally like when kids films take their time and stuff, but it was like one edit to another, edit. That was really bad, but you got used to it, okay, like that. So yeah, this film is really good. I just felt like the edits are too much a little bit, because the next scene, but the final bit was taking its time. So I'm not sure if Disney knows what he's doing, but I don't know. So yeah, this is a good film really. I'm not saying this is a bad film ever. I just need to get used to the fact that Disney is different than they used to. I'm used to the 2010s and the 2000 Disney. I'm not used to the 2020s Disney. Okay, so the 2020s are completely different, right? And I can't stand people with weird short hair. It's a new fashion, Craig. Get used to it, Craig. There's a new fashion called weird short hair, that whatever that means. But I don't like it. I like that loads of people do it nowadays, but it's really weird. Look at my hair. It's not normal. It's weird, Craig. Am I talking to myself? Yeah, of course I was. I'm always talking to myself. But yeah, appreciate this. This is a good film, but I just don't like the fact that the teenager is weird and the characters are weird, but not the grandfather and the father, who's a farmer and also an adventurer, or just trying to be a bossy old man. I don't know. But yeah. Like, yeah, I really want to buy this on DVD, but sadly it's gonna go to Disney Plus. I don't know why it's always Disney Plus. Oh, I hate it. But I know like most people have Disney Plus, and I don't personally, because I feel like that's a rip-off really, and I'll tell you a video about it later on. But yeah, so what do you think about this film? I know I didn't explain a lot, because I feel like I forgot mainly the part in the film, because I was really bored in this film, because I saw the same sort of cliche before. You're exploring something, or a big animal. We saw that with, actually, I can't remember, but I know I watched a similar sort of film with, they're trying to go inside a body of an animal, and they're finally realising that they're living on top of something. I think I saw that sort of movie before, I'm not sure, but I went like that because I don't know why I went like that, but anyway, I feel like I watched that sort of film before, but I haven't watched this film before. This film is completely new, a new film to me, and I love it. I just feel like the cliches we saw before, the father and son bit we saw before, if you know what I mean, with the old man, with the 40-year-old man, not the teenager. The teenager's good. I feel like he's just more like a 2020s teenager, not a all-centuries teenager, you know what I mean? But hey, this is a 2020 film, and guess what, people? I don't know what this is set in, the future or the 1920s, because, or not 1920s, what am I about? Because I saw a 1920s radio when they had that home. So this is set in this is mainly like Onward, by the way. Not by the animation, not by the way people act like, but the way it's set in the future, but at the same time it's set in the old times, you know, like these days. You can tell by the hair, you can tell by the cutlery, you can tell by this, you can tell by that, you can tell by the spaceship, but it's set in the future. I'm sorry about that, I just dropped something. Yeah, but I don't know. So what do you think about this film? Is it good? Is it bad? What do you think? I always said that, but I'm just saying, I'm not sure. I do like this film really, I just need to get used to the fact that everything is different nowadays with Disney films, and I don't like it like that. But yeah, so I know there's some YouTubers out there think it's a good film, but yeah, I think that some YouTubers out there think it's really good but really bad at the same time. I'm not sure, so I'm not really alone with this subject. Okay, so yeah, it's a good film. What do you think? And I'll see you next time. Bye. Actually, I won't go, because I want to tell you that, what was I going to say again? I don't know. Goodbye. Oh yes, I can't stand Disney films nowadays because